they struggle with putting anything that's actually captivating together with for the main roster women. I mean, I think it's almost at the territory where these NXT women, I'd actually be fearful for them getting promoted. I'm actually concerned for Roxanne Perez when she comes up because it's not looking that great.
I
Let's say
agree.
she does win the women's mid card championship, whichever one, probably the IC one. Let's say she does win it. Well, she won't be wrestling for a while. She won't have a hot storyline. Like she's doing much better for herself in terms of if you actually want to be a great wrestler and have compelling stories and not be a product. Like if you want to be a wrestler, NXT is great for you. If you want to be a product, go to SmackDown or Raw.
Yeah, I definitely agree about the Roxanne Perez thing, and I was like, she's so similar to Lyra, probably better though, and it was just like, damn, that she's I- they're higher on her right now because she's in the Elimination Chamber match, but you don't of course see her winning that match and going to WrestleMania and winning the
If
title
she
on
does
Titan.
win, I'd be elated.
That would be crazy. So yeah, I do fear that they're gonna fall into the same thing because just like what are you gonna do with these women, especially mid card? You know what I mean? But yeah, that's disappointing.
Can I propose something else too?
What?
I think they should stop doing the Elimination Chamber as a consolation prize for the opposite championship that does not get chosen at WrestleMania.
Why you said that?
I think they could do it occasionally, but it just should not be like things that you just do routinely because they're scheduled on a calendar basis. It devalues them, and I think that you have to kind of shoehorn things in there as opposed to, let's say, if the champion who doesn't get chosen, you could really have a storyline that drives it as opposed to somebody who just wins a match 2 months before the event or a month before the event. Like you could actually have somebody who's actually had their eye on that belt and had some interactions between for 6 months or something like that. There could be a storyline you tell. But I think when you rely on the Elimination Chamber as a plot device to create you another contender for a main event level match for the title at WrestleMania, then that kind of limits the amount of time you have to build towards it with the direct interaction with the champion and the invested stakes and the emotion that's involved in the match, which is why a lot of people buy into the stories.
Mm,
Like
no.
Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes, that story didn't start building from Cody winning a match a few months. Like the first time it was the Royal Rumble, but that was kind of the overarching thing was he had never won the big championship. And Roman Reigns was just a guy holding it. They had no personal gripe with each other, even though they had kind of like a little bit of history to a very small degree. But then it became a longer thing. Like the next year's WrestleMania, the theme was that match had been building well over a year at that point because you have Cody's initial Rumble win, then you have the Mania, then you have the subsequent, I guess, path back to the championship in WrestleMania. But when you, like I said, if you just do the Elimination Chamber, you miss out on a lot of it. You don't have enough build. I mean, I think we were talking about this last year when some of the matches before the pay-per-views they had like SummerSlam or specifically around Cody's defense, where he would just get when he feuded with AJ, he only had a contender maybe 2 weeks before the event. Well, it's not exactly a hot program. It was a great match, but we weren't really invested in it. It didn't make me feel anything.